Hey guys.
No, I'm gonna say that part and you just say, go into the reptile show when I say we're gonna talk about. Ready?
Okay.
Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to Reach Out Reptiles. My name is Garrett Hartle, and here with me today is Riley and Garrison Hartle. And today we're gonna talk about going to the reptile show. So recently, a couple of my kids and I had the opportunity to go to a reptile show that I normally vend. And it was pretty fun to attend the show without having to vend and getting to do a lot of stuff there. Now, having been to a lot of reptile shows myself, both as a vendor or an attender, all over the country and even the world, I thought it might be kind of cool to do a little video about how to make the most of your reptile show experience. Now, a lot of us within the reptile industry really enjoy each other's company, and it's really cool to kind of talk about what's going on with your animals or what people are doing in their collections. So reach out to these people and see if you can meet up, maybe for coffee before the show, grab lunch during the show, dinner afterwards, or the day before or after. If it's a vendor, you can offer to help them set up their booth or tear it down and pack it up after a long, weary weekend of doing reptiles. And this is a great way for you to preemptively make sure that you're having the conversations that you really want to have over the course of the weekend. Along with meeting other friends that are attenders in the show, you probably have a few favorite reptile breeders on your hit list of people to meet, shake hands with, see in person, ask about the projects they have going on, and so forth. So me as a vendor on this side, I have people asking me about dwarves and superdwarves all day long. If you come up to me and you ask me about dwarves and superdwarves, I may or may not remember you among the potentially thousands of other people that have had the same conversations. And this reminds me of the first time I vended the Ham Show, which is in Germany, the largest reptile show in the world. And this happened years ago, but I still remember this because a simple gesture made a huge impact on me as a vendor. People who knew I was gonna be there for the first time, coming all the way from the United States, came and they would bring like a beer that was specific to the village that they came from, just as pride for their hometown. They said, welcome to Germany, we're so glad to have you. Anything that you can do to show your appreciation to that person is really gonna help you stand out among the crowd and hopefully form a more meaningful relationship with the breeders that you wanna work with and respect. Now, there's no place in the world quite like a reptile show where you can go meet a whole bunch of breeders that you otherwise wouldn't have a whole lot of personal access to, and they're gonna step up to you, shake your hand, and hand you a business card that has all of their personal information on it so that you can contact them whenever you want. When you do this, collect those cards and hang on to them. Ask the person at the show, hey, this is great, I'd love to talk to you more about this, but I can see that you're busy with other customers or making sales. Is it okay if I call you maybe in a week or two's time and catch up with you on this stuff? Well, of course, if they're giving you their business card, then the answer is yes. Remember, a reptile show is where everybody comes together, but you don't have to buy reptiles from a reptile show anymore. Not to mention that if you're telling me you need to buy, let's say a dwarf or superdwarf reticulated python from me that day, I'm limited to the options that I have brought to the show. Whereas if you connect with me on a personal level as a breeder, and then we want to continue working together in the future to help you kind of put together a really cool package, how do you know that the absolute perfect animal for you isn't gonna hatch 2 weeks after the show? So this is a really good way for you to kind of expand the experience beyond the borders of the reptile show. A reptile show is one of the best places that you can go to find support systems. Now think about this for a second. Let's say you're gonna go buy a ball python, all right? And there's gonna be hundreds, if not thousands of ball pythons at the reptile show that you attend. But you as a buyer are probably not gonna be buying thousands of ball pythons throughout your life, but you will be buying a lot of reptile bedding. You're gonna buy a ton of frozen rodents. you're gonna buy all kinds of things to support this ball python over the course of its life. If you're planning on growing, you might want to go find some people that build racks and cages so that when you do go order them online, you will have already seen the product, touched it, felt it, know about the quality, and met the person who makes it so that you can choose who you're gonna support with your money so that they can continue doing what they do in the industry. So I think one of the most important things you can do at a reptile show is seek out support services that you can continue to utilize, and these are the people that you're really gonna work with on a regular basis throughout the year rather than just every once in a while when you happen to be buying a new animal. Okay, now this one might seem a little bit silly, or you may feel awkward about it or something like that, but I will tell you, as a person who is breeding reptiles, I've built my business, I would love to take a selfie with you.
Perfect. Thank you, brother. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just a little bit north of here. So.
Yeah, watch you every time you post something.
Very cool. Well, appreciate it. Thanks.
Oh, he's gone.
All right. Well, hey, you guys have a good one, all right? Okay, enjoy your show. Grab those selfies or take pictures of the animals and give that breeder credit. It will really help them go a long way. After all, word of mouth is something that any business that's worth its while will be really wanting to have because it helps to spread their message. I love it when I see you guys sharing links to a video that you think might help somebody else online, or taking a nice picture of my animals at the show. I may have not even known you stopped by my booth until you tag me in social media and say a few kind words about it. It's a great way that you can actually flex your muscle as a consumer to help the breeders that you know and love.
My goal is to learn how to sex a snake. Come on guys, let's go see some snake beauties.
Now on the flip side of that coin, one thing that the breeders can do for you while you're at the reptile show is help to teach you a new skill. There are a lot of tips and tricks that professional breeders will know and use and work with reptiles, and sometimes even among the professionals there's little differences of opinion. But you're never gonna find these things in books or magazines because a lot of us are so busy with the other aspects of our business that we don't have time to give back in that way. But if you're intentional about it, you can actually go out there and get this for yourself. And I think if you picked one subject you'd like to learn really well and then asked a whole bunch of people what they thought about it, you would probably learn quite a bit. Well, that's what I have for you guys this week. I was just kind of thinking about this as I really enjoyed that local Steel City Reptile Expo with my family, but we're not done quite yet. I have a little bit of mail. This is from my buddy Scott Bolter, and he said that he actually donated one to the US ARC auction, which by the way is a bonus. If you go to any reptile show that has a US ARC auction afterwards, you should love it. Etch this and that from DJ Ingram. Let's see what we got. Oh wow. I don't know if you're familiar with that brand, but this looks pretty cool. Boy, talk about a way to get a guy to remember you. Oh guys, that is slick. Ah, no way! He's got, it's not the Reach Out logo. Let me show you this. Very cool. Oh, he's got a little bit of everything. So he's got Reach Out Reptiles with the Reptile Super Show on there. And he's got a logo from one of the charity drives I did. My Snakes Save Lives. Bringing children home. How cool is that? Thank you very much, Scott. This thing is awesome. Very cool. We're gonna have some fun with this. Alright guys, well, hey, have a great weekend and we will catch you next time.